Hi. Hi. If you haven't tried talking in front of a camera before when you're alone in your room, try it out. It's kind of strange. It's kind of a new experience that I don't really know if I enjoy, but I'm gonna try to do it anyways. For this video, I wanted to talk about the things that I've manifested, just my experience with the law of attraction. It's basically this thing that says that you can bring anything into existence by thinking it. Look it up. There's other people out there that will probably explain it way better than me. There's an entire documentary on it called The Secret. It's a popular thing. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the things that I have manifested, or the things that I think I have manifested into my life. Some of them are a little weird. Some of them kind of strange things that I don't really have an explanation for. So I'm putting them out into the public for people to give me their opinions on. Anyways, we're going to get into the first thing, okay? We're going to talk about the first thing. So one of the first things that I actually actively tried to manifest was a house that a few of my friends and I were interested in living in about 2 years ago. So during this time, my friends and I were looking for a home to live in for the school year. It was coming down to the point where we did not think we were going to find a place because everything was off the market, had sold to other people, or yeah, those two reasons. I don't know why I was gonna list others. It was getting tough to find a place, and we ended up finding a house that was gorgeous right when we were about to give up. And it was just kind of everything that we wanted. It was a good price, it had the right amount of bedrooms, etc., etc. We had kind of a hard time getting the property manager to basically give us a tour because there was other people competing for this house. So it was kind of a difficult process, but we ended up finally getting a tour. And once we had viewed it, we really liked it. We really wanted to try to apply for it and try to possibly live there. I remember telling my friends and my future roommates to try to manifest it, just kind of for shits and gigs, because I was like, what's the harm, you know? The law of attraction was kind of a new concept for me, so I was like, let's try it out. Let's just try to see if it works. And like, if it doesn't, no harm done. We just won't have a place to live, but if it works out, then hey, we have a home. I just told myself and my roommates to basically picture ourselves living in the house, picture ourselves doing different things in the house, and just kind of envision ourselves living in this home. A few weeks go by after we had applied for it, and the property manager basically told us that we did not get the house. Because that the other couple we were competing with basically was they were gonna get the house and we weren't gonna get the house. All of us were kind of bummed out. Some of my friends actually went and applied for other places and were already signed on other leases because we literally did not think we were gonna get this house. Even though he told us that we didn't get the house, I still had some speck of hope that we would get it and that we would be able to live in it. After he told us that we didn't get the house, like a week after that happened, he called us again and said that the family had backed out and that we got the house. It was lit and we lived in the house and it was great and I had a wonderful time. So yeah, that was one of the very first things that I think I was able to attract into my life. Moving on to the second thing. So during the time that I had lived in the house, I was kind of like, I got a little momentum going. I was like, okay, I manifested this house. Let's see what we can manifest next. One of the things that I always wanted was a rhinoplasty surgery because your girl didn't like her nose, okay? I don't like my nose. A lot of people don't like things on their faces. There's plastic surgery out there. I wanted plastic surgery. So I started writing in my journal that I wanted a rhinoplasty. When I first started writing in my journal, I would just write what I was grateful for and the things that I was trying to manifest. What I had heard is that, or what you're supposed to do, I guess, is write in the present tense because the universe doesn't know time, and if you write in the present tense, it's going to happen because you're already like, you're calling it into existence or whatever. Again, go watch a video if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not good at explaining things, clearly. So every single day I would write, I want a straight nose, I want a straight nose, I want a rhinoplasty, I want money for a rhinoplasty, I want this, I want that. I was looking at my journal about a week ago. So basically I wrote this passage that says, I want to have enough money to get a nose job. By the end of this year, I will have a straight nose. I thought that was a funny passage because I was thinking back to when I had gotten my rhinoplasty surgery. I had written that statement in May of 2018, and I got my rhinoplasty this year in April of 2019. I thought that was weird because from May to May is an entire year, and that passage says by the end of this year, I will get a nose job. And I got my rhinoplasty in April, a month before it would have been a year that I had written that statement. I thought that was kind of weird and something that I also think I attracted into my life. Now the last one is, it's just strange, okay? I don't really know how to explain this. I think it's kind of odd. So basically what happened was my parents had just recently moved into this newer home. And when I had moved back into this house, the house that I'm currently living in, I remembered that I had drawn a photo of a home when I was back in high school that looked, for my memory, oddly similar to this house, the house that I'm now living in. I scoured all of my previous sketchbooks and came across a picture, the photo, the drawing that I had done when I was in high school, and sure shit, it looks really, really similar to the house I'm currently living in. And I don't know what to think of that, other than I definitely fucking manifested it, or I have a magical sketchbook that can make me houses. Either or I'm good with. Just a rundown of what happened was basically when I was in high school, my parents were considering moving out of their old house into another part of the city that we lived in. Well, I also kind of wanted to be an architect, or was dabbling with the idea of being an architect for a living, or pursuing that as a field. For shits and gigs, I decided to draw a photo of a house that I thought my parents might want to live in. Not that that would actually happen or anything, I just kind of drew it just because I was kind of messing with the idea. And I knew what kind of style home they wanted and everything, so I factored that into the drawing that I did. I'm not joking. This looks really similar to the house that I'm living in now. This is the house that I drew. And I will show a clip of me showing my house from outside. Alrighty, so once again, here's the photo I drew of my house. And this is my house. Oddly similar. Yes, there is a tree in the same spot. And the the roof is the same exact color. And over that archway there, the same kind of, I'll explain that later. But it is the same shape, as you can see. The windows are strikingly similar as well, and I also have drawn those little things on that. And there is also a fountain right over yonder. So basically, like, this is the opposite direction, obviously. The house is facing a different way. That used to be a two-car garage, but is not anymore. So yeah, very striking resemblance. So basically what I was gonna say is this little thing that I drew there, that's a window. And you would basically like walk into that, and it was kind of like exactly like this. You would walk into it and it would be like this little archway, and you would go inside and then you would walk through the front door. So that's my house. If you don't think it looks similar, that's totally fine. I, however, think that they do. And my parents moved into this house last year. So I don't know what to think of that, honestly. Those are the things that I think I have manifested. I kind of want to just make this video because there's a lot of times where I kind of doubt myself and doubt my ability to manifest. And when things don't really go my way, I kind of just don't really believe in it. But then I think back on these things and it helps me to kind of try to manifest things a little bit better. So yeah, that's why I made this video. Good luck manifesting. You should definitely try doing it. If it's a bunch of BS, then you know what, no harm done. That's all I gotta say. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out.